Namaste and welcome, beloved mighty companions. The holy circle of light. The happy laughter machine. We're gonna ride this all the way right to supreme happiness and nothing but happiness. That's the only plan we have. It's Jesus's plan for supreme happiness. To transcend the death wish. You know, it reminds me, I might have to put that video up. I put the Death Star video link up today because we talked about it this morning. And the Death Star canteen with Darth Vader and Sarah wrote on there, it's hilarious. I can kill you with a thought. That's what he says. Darth Vader says in that little Lego video. If you haven't seen it, you'll see we put it on the site. Anyway, it's hilarious. And oh, I just remembered another video and then I went and forgot it. So I guess and our memory goes too, which is really fantastic. If you don't remember, it must not mean it's important somehow. Oh my goodness, this is getting funny though. Okay, now we can laugh about death together as we continue chapter 20. How the lightness doesn't have a clue about what death is. Let's check in with the light, infinite light of being. Is it looking around for something to kill? That is so funny when you start to see we're looking around for something to kill. That's consciousness is hunting around for something to kill. Let's see if we can kill the light, kill the body, kill how happy we are. Oh, kill a miracle. I was talking to Jesus about conscious, because he's got that statement in, it's probably somewhere in the Course, but again, I just happened because he said that miracles should not be under conscious control. That's consciousness is trying to control all the miracles and dole them out, instead of just being the miracle. It likes to dole out these expressions of love, like put a constriction point. We put a constriction point on all the love the Father gives us and just tie a noose around it and try to hang it by the neck and try to stop the miracle. And it's like, this is what's been so great about this direct looking, on everyone just typing in there. Yeah, I see how I really want to, I'm trying to kill that light off. But at least we see it now. It's so much happiness to see. Yes, I want to kill it, basically. And then see the light. No. Is it possible to kill the light as we look in the light? Can we see, does the light go away? It's still there. So I think it's really hilarious. I'm trying to do something that can't happen. We were doing some body identification stuff today. This gets really funny. I mean, really, really funny. We start really looking deep. See, we're looking at, okay, let me see, desire for a body, and then we go, well, let's see, can we even have a body, even if we want a body? Like, does the light know what a body is? We can't even have a body if we want one, because the light doesn't know what that is, and we're the light, therefore we don't know what it is. We can't have a body. We don't have a body. We, the one, doesn't know what that is. Light doesn't know what a body is. So how can something be killed? There's nothing to kill. It's an idea rising in consciousness and the play in this seeming movement to somehow squash the light. Yet we look, every light circle, we see the light's not here. It's not working real well. It's not working to try to kill the light. So then it's like, man, you start honing in. Well, if there's just light and I'm not feeling light, then we have some stuff to look at with Jesus. And then he's just showing us, boy, see that you're light. We're looking at the denials, really easy. Easy look at the denials, and he's given that solution of joining. Everything's here for the celebration of divinity. Quickly. No delay. So we were looking at, you desire an experience of death of a body as a means of salvation. Let's look at that really. And ask, in the light of divine being and honesty of God, so we can really know that and really hear with the light and kind of get that part. You desire an experience of death as a means to salvation. That wanting of it. Is that there in consciousness? And if so, we can ask quickly, oh, I'd like a miracle to look at that belief, right? That desired experience. And as we laugh about it, if you don't want to look, if we don't want to look, then at least here, I can speak for here. I ask for a miracle. Give me a miracle. Help me have a miracle so that for not wanting to look. That's what I need, one of those. And then to look. If I don't want to see it. Give me a miracle. Okay. Wash away the idea that I don't want to look. That it's somehow a value of me not to look to see what's true, to see what I have denied because it's true, the light. Because that's all we're going to find is light. And that gets to be hilarious too. Like, is the light a mystery? Can we find a way? It can't hide anywhere. It's here, infinite, unchanging light. We can all see this. It's not hiding from any of us. It's always been here. Has the light always been here with us? Not us. There's no way to talk about it. Has the light always been here? Is the light what is? And can we kill it? Can it be killed? So the body keels over, dink, does it kill the light? No. But we're fascinated. See, consciousness loves that. War movies, look at it all. Blowing bodies up, left and right. You know, we just love that. And then we go and not we, you know, it's an appearance. There's no one doing it. It's consciousness moving and then goes complains about, isn't that awful how there's all this violence? Until we really find with violence is trying to kill the light off. It's self-violence. There's no one to kill. It's pretending that killing can actually happen. That's where the violence is. And then, you know, I thought, oh, Jesus is talking about a body, right? We think, oh, killing body. No, he's talking about killing the awareness that we're infinite right now. Jesus, is there a desire below my level of awareness to kill the awareness that I'm infinite light? And if he says yes, that's a good one. We could sit down and go deep. Okay, keep showing me that energy, that denial. And he'll take you this experience all the way to the basement until he said it's gone. Oh, can I go deeper? Can I go deeper? Can I go deeper? And just release that energy. We're releasing the debris field that we're pushing the light out of our awareness through the desire, through desires. Just let that energy just come on up. And the same thing, if an emotion rises, go quickly underneath it with them. Okay, show me the desire under this. Fear comes up, show me the desire, and you could just drop right below it, like immediately, and go right to desire. Do not pass go. It's like, don't fall for the trick of anger, of any of that stuff. Just go, oh, this is desired. It's hiding something. No, and look under, and he'll bring you right into the basement. Boom. Right to the basement. That's just, see that stuff. It's all a cover over emotions, all that stuff. Just go, okay, it's covering up something. It's something I don't want to see directly. And you could just bypass that. That's just fast. I mean, it's fine if it arises. It's not to suppress anything, but you start to find the experiences you can with Jesus and the light. You can go, just do not pass go. He'll just bring you right to the mind, right to the denial, the wanting of the experience. And then without the wanding, boom, gone. Can't rise in consciousness anymore. We've got to go with them and let the light keep pointing it deeper and deeper. And we'll be practicing this in light circles too. As we just look at the desires now. We just get together and, okay, what desire is rising up right now? And then go, okay, let's clear it. What's underneath that? What's underneath that? Do we feel like we want another round to look underneath at the desire that's below it? So much happiness when that energy's cleared out, that denial energy. You believe, okay, last Jesus, you believe that peace comes after death. You desire an experience in which you feel that no peace can be found until after death. Let's ask Jesus, any energy around that below our level of awareness? He always reminds me, like every time for me, every time you don't follow me, you believe peace. There's more peace in death than in following the Holy Spirit. That's deep. Because you desire an experience where you feel no peace can be found after death, because see, that's the trick in the mind. The trick is that death of the light is peace. Jesus, is there a desire, a belief of, or desired experience to feel that death is peace? You can hear it, yep, and the light, like his light doesn't, light knows. So then we say, okay, if that desire is there, I'm willing to see it, admit it. I mean, that's every single time we're angry, upset, any kind of upset is this, that peace can be found in it. That joy, happiness can be found in it. That love can be found in it. That's what he means by salvation, that love can be found through this experience. That's the upside down world. That's why it perpetuates. There's an idea, but it's horizontal love. It's not all that is love, totality. It's love upside down and impossible. But it perpetuates the play in consciousness, because then, you know, we're looking for love in all the wrong places. It seems to be about peace after death of a body too, that play. I'm going to be peaceful when I keel over, rest in peace, RIP. But that's just a clue. That same idea that peace comes after death, the body plays out in consciousness 100 billion different ways long before the body goes. Because it's the play to kill the light out of awareness, to kill the light of beingness out of awareness. Yet death is occurring every moment the light is denied. Jesus, is there any desire below my level of awareness to deny I am light? I'm willing to see it and offer it for miracle. Any denial that there's anything other than light, I'm willing to see it. And that's how subtle it is. A billion ways to kill death, but he had to write a book like this to try to show it, to kill the light. Here's all the ways. I can show you all the means by which you deny divinity. Here it is in this big fat book. And now he's like, he's gotten the Reader's Digest version. Okay, now if you just look with me, I will help you. That's what this book is for. We can hear it in the light. Is that what it's for? It's because now that we've been through, we understand the metaphysics of the course. Now we can just, and we have that relationship, light. Now we can ask and just go direct to find those 1,000 ways and have him point to them. See, when he gives us the miracles, as we talked about, he knows where the miracles need to be. Infinite light within knows it, because we don't. Because consciousness's entire function is to co-opt miracles, to deny love. See, miracles are expressions of divine love. We're blocking them. Not we, consciousness playing is to not let one of those squeak through. That's why we have to ask for them. Even though they're natural to us, we're so used to saying no to divine love. We got to learn to say yes to divine love again. And learn where we're saying no, given the big no sign to infinite light. You desire an experience where you find no peace in the present moment and that you must die to find it. You have to kill off the light to find peace. That's the belief system of the ego. And then we look with the light, and does that work at all? Yet we'll fight Jesus tooth and nail on miracles. Let's just ask the light, Jesus, do we want to fight the light tooth and nail on miracles and not accept it quickly? As we do. Not we. Consciousness plays that way. We're innocent, but we're going to feel like horrible because we're just killing off what's most natural to us, infinite love, trying to swat it with a fly swatter. Dude, that's what's hilarious. These little fly swatter nothings that we're trying to swat the light with. It's pretty funny. It's not funny when you're feeling it, but that's the pain is not accepting the miracle. Let's ask the light. What does pain cause? Is the light saying it's not accepting the miracle quickly? It's making the orders of difficulty a miracle, and that we're not infinite enough to remove our energetic investment, that we're weak. See, we're too weak for a change in anything. Like we're too weak to change pain, and we're too weak that. And he's going, no, you're powerful, infinite being. Is the light powerful? But not the power of the world, the isness. What is, all that is, that can blow out infinite time and space, seemingly, and then play in it like it didn't know it did it. Like we don't. No, we did it. Let's just ask the light, because we love whodunits. We love that mystery. We want to solve the mystery of the murder mystery. Who killed whoever? We love that mystery. We don't want this mystery of who's killing who solved. That's why the consciousness doesn't want that to be solved, to see that nobody's killing anybody. In the light of divine being, is anybody killing anybody in there, in that light? It is hilarious. We love that killing. We do, to watch that on the screen and blow them up, and all the little games that kids play with the little guns and online games. It's endemic because we like trying to kill the light. We want it, except the part we don't like when we try to kill it. See, the pleasure of trying to kill it, and then the pain that gets generated on the timeline of fighting against death, pretending like we don't want death. We're going to preserve the body. We're going to pickle it or put it in put it in a cryo chamber so that we can last wake up in 500 years. Even if we wake up in 500 years, consciousness is still going to be consciousness. You see, it's still going to, the body is a time-bound construct by its very nature. all movements are time bound. We can ask the light, is every movement time bound? Thus, the Holy Spirit reorders time, to use time to get us blasted out of this idea of that we're finite and the world is big. We are the world, is the light, and the light of divine being are we the world. We're it. Not as, well, however you say it, you can't even say it. We're just, it's just what is. You believe your salvation lies in death of a body. So we're really going into death and salvation. You desire an experience of trying to find salvation through death of a body without even finding salvation. Yeah, somebody was talking about like when this body dies and the soul is free. The soul is not free after the body dies. And David would say this too, when you start to see it, when you realize there's only light here. Consciousness, whether the eyes are open or the eyes are closed, consciousness will continue to play. See, because it's a play in consciousness until all the denials are seen through, because that addiction to wanting to play in consciousness is still there. So it'll seem like consciousness is going to heaven or a lightness for a while, or however that's going to play. It's still consciousness. You can ask the light that and hear it. You know, it'll still play. Like, I love it, David. It's going to haunt you after death. Yes, it will. The only love is the totality of love that's here right now, all that is. And until that desire is seen through, it's like a magnet to express a world, to play in the world and play in objective experience, which is like a magnet. So it's going to display because we're drawn to it, addicted to the display of consciousness. That's why it converts to the happy dream, because then it's not an addiction, it's an expression of divinity, but there's no attachment to it, coming and going and whatever it's going to be doing in that moment. So you're at peace, whether your eyes are open or closed, the body falls away, or, you know, it's just happiness. That feels really good. You desire an experience of trying to find salvation through death of a body. The trick. We know there's no death. In the light of infinite being, is there death? It's impossible. You believe you are unworthy of life, L, the big L, life, of being synonymous with God. Let's ask, you desire an experience of feeling unworthy of being synonymous with God, the same as. Aw. Is there any desire? And if he says yes, if unworthiness arises, I always ask him on these kinds of things, is it holding on to, if it's the unworthiness, because sometimes being will go, I really feel unworthy. Okay, good. It's a good start. Then see the desire for it. The desire to feel unworthy, to try for the light. So we have an excuse not to be the light. So we just look. Okay, we feel unworthy. Okay, there's a desire for unworthiness. Show me the desire for unworthiness of being the same as the light. Unworthy is just a means of denying the light, yet we see the light's here. So if we put the unworthiness, as we call it, the light handshake, the feeling of unworthiness, see, in the light, and do the light handshake, which of those two will remain? That's the happiness, to see that no feeling of unworthiness can outlast the light. that unworthiness is an idea, is a desired experience arising in totality to pretend we're not the same as infinite light. So, thank you, Jesus. You desire an experience of feeling unworthy of your self with a capital LF. Just ask Jesus, do I desire an experience of feeling unworthy for light? And then, in the light of divine being, put that feeling, that's asking for a miracle, it's just putting it in the light to be retranslated. Ask for a miracle to change a perception that I'm unworthy of light, of all that is. And let Jesus come in with that big eraser that we talk, that cleans the windshield. And then you'll just go, and then the next time and you just keep going with Jesus on that. And then soon it'll be like, wait, I'm not sure what the unworthiness is. It's like he says, you have amnesia. Well, you don't really have amnesia. You're not remembering to deny. We're not pretending to deny anymore. See, it's ceasing the denial through a miracle. It's a cessation of the desire to experience other than light. Jesus, eraser pen, gone. You believe darkness exists. Thus, you desire an experience of darkness. Let's just see. First, does the light desire an experience of darkness? And does the light know what darkness is? Can we find darkness in there, in the light? Thus is darkness untrue. And hear what the light says. See, the light will go, no. Okay, so now we can ask to see, is there a desire for an experience of darkness? And here, yes. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I feel yes. Can I ask for change in perception? A miracle, the perceiving that darkness is true. You desire an experience of attempting to stop change entering the ego. Oh, I jumped. You desire experience of darkness. Okay. Is there any more desire, anything else I need to see with respect to darkness? Here, no. Just go on to the next one. You believe that if you allow no change to enter into the ego, you will find peace. Oh my God, this is so hilarious. You desire an experience of attempting to stop change entering the ego to find peace, while actually denying the peace that you are in your natural state. So we can start with light. Is light, let's ask the light, is light our natural state? And hear the light. That's the natural state. Is the light who we are? Now the ego sometimes will run in really quick and go, no, no, no. Just ignore that and just listen to the light speaking. The light that knows we're infinite. The light that knows we're infinite is not going to tell us we're not the light. That's for sure. Okay, so we know that. Okay, so let's ask the light. Are we peace? Are we peace itself? See, it's just, that's our natural state, is peace. So here's the game that the ego, so the ego is going to generate change world. Is the world changing all the time? Is the light changing? The light's not changing. It doesn't change. Does isness change what is in our direct experience? Can we find a way for that to change? So it's unchanging. So what's hilarious is the ego, the desire for an experience of objects in the world, creates change. It's the creator of change, and then it tries to pretend like it can control change. Like we'll be safe if we don't let any change enter into the ego thought system. That's the resistance to miracles. Not wanting change, to prevent change to the ego. See, the ego wants to hold its little ground. And that's peace. See, salvation, our belief is salvation lies in hanging on to the ego. You can ask the light that and hear the yes. See, that we'll be safe if we keep our ego exactly the way it is when it's the very nature of change. That's why we have to keep looking to the light for safety as our only true safety, and see that light's the only salvation there is. It's already happened in the light. You believe that projecting the ego's thought system is valuable. This is a good one to look at because we do find that valuable. Not we, consciousness is the play. You desire an experience of projecting the ego's thought system and feeling it is valuable. Let's ask Jesus. Do I desire an experience projecting that thought system and feeling it's valuable? Is there any energy around that? More valuable than divine being. Is there a desire to make the ego's thought system more valuable than divine being? That's the crux of samsara, the wheel of samsara. The ego is just more valued than infinite light. But through clearing the denials, the love becomes so, because then it's natural. Our natural state is just love, 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 just love. Like, yeah, that's really interesting. Yeah. So love in the world of the ego is a verb. In the land of light, it's what is. See, I love you, you love me. We're a happy family. What?
I'm putting Barney song.
Barney songs. I mean, it's adorable, you know. You know, but a lot of times the ego's saying that it's not want to love anything but itself. It's, I love you as long as you fulfill my idea of what love is. Then you get love. And when you don't, you get the X. I don't want anything to do with it. That's the way it plays. You know, it has, that's the rules for love. It can be limited this way, it can be limited that way. All the ways that consciousness plays to limit, turn love into a verb flowing between. It's going to flow between this object and that. I love this couch. Now, there's nothing wrong with saying that. There's nothing wrong with saying, I love you. There's somebody who's saying, I just not saying that anymore. I mean, it's just seeing beyond a limited love. Because you can feel an expression of love arise where it's an extension, right? And we can say that as extension. It's just that it's when it's withheld from ourselves. We think we're withholding it from whoever's ticking us off in that moment. But it's withholding it from ourselves because there's no one to withhold it from. It's either whole or whole. Let's just ask the light, is infinite love either complete or complete? Does infinite love know a limitation? Does it hold back on anything? Infinite light, infinite love. Is infinite light the same as infinite love? It's just that we use the word light. It appears here. It's just the way it dances here. Just light. I've just been hearing about light for, it's like you can't get away from it. Just keep following the light everywhere. It's about light. But it's also helpful to use light because it doesn't have the same connotations of love. Because we don't, in consciousness, limited based consciousness, it's a concept. It's got a I love you but behind it. And light is identity. Love is identity, who we are, what is. It's everything is being love. And the ego's plan is to make love a concept that it can dole out. See, it gets doled out with it's like taking a little dipper and you go in, you get a little dipper and you get a little dipper. When light is everything without limit. Is the light everything and without limit in our direct experience? Light beings. We thank Jesus again for bringing us together, this holy purpose to see where we're saying, given, as we call it, I love it saying that, giving the light the boot, kicking the light out of our awareness so that light just shines. We're like beacons of light. We can't help but it be anything other than light. It's just like a little pretend. So we help each other not to play pretend anymore. We're not responsible for anyone's awakening because that would be another to wake. We're only responsible for seeing and accepting the miscreation because that's the direct in, the miscreation of desire for an experience other than light. Amen. Thank you so much. Love you.